This is Canny Couple. I'm Julia.
And I'm Aaron.
And today we want to talk to you about how you can start saving money in 2024. So, 2024.
Everybody's trying to either determine the economy's going to crash, the economy's going to do great. Either way, you got to save money somehow.
And we are all about merging homesteading and frugality. And frugality is in our blood.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And we want to give you our top tips that we have used over the years to get 100% debt free. And we did have quite a bit of debt.
Mm-hmm.
We had quite a bit of debt
Yeah.
that we got into. And these tips are the things that have helped us save quite a bit of money.
Yeah, definitely. So the first one is doing more at home. So maybe not going so much out to the movie theaters, concerts, anything like that. You know, watch it on YouTube. You know, somebody's going to be streaming it. Or, you know, something
just wait
like
for
that.
it to come out.
Just
Just
wait.
as
Yeah.
many. Don't go to as many.
Yeah, you know, try to do more at home. Save a little bit more money that way.
Cook at home more. And this is to help you save money. Instead of going out to eat as much, focus on cooking at home. And I'm going to add a piece to this. Cooking at home and making sure you're cooking with food you buy yourself.
Yes, you don't want to pay for those subscriptions that are going to break you, even though they say, oh, you know, you're going to save money this way. No, you're not going to save money that
Healthier,
way.
it's better for you. I don't know if they actually say cost savings anymore.
I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple
Oh,
that said
I don't see how, because like they're
No.
giving you like they do it per recipe. When I can go buy a huge thing of sour cream and my recipe only calls for 8 ounces.
Maybe they're comparing it to going out to eat.
They must be. They must be. To me, the cost is like the same, if not worse.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy. Entertain at home if you are going to entertain or do anything. So if you have friends that want to go out to eat, try to do like a potluck.
Yeah, you know, have everybody bring a dish over, you know, try to cut back, you know, costs for everyone, you know, so it doesn't all fall on someone.
Set up a card tournament. Set up something fun, interactive that you can do at home that's going to help you save money because you're not out and you don't have that temptation to spend more and cost you more money in the long run. You can even build that into your budget.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is all air.
So when you do have to go out, using everything you can to maximize your savings.
Aaron's so good at this.
So from the apps, from receipt apps, from like Receipt Pal, Receipt Hog, Coin Out, Fetch, you know, anything like that.
The gas apps.
The gas apps. You've got Gas Buddy. For us, it doesn't save us anything in our area.
But a lot of people.
But in a lot of areas, that is a very, not Gas Buddy, it's something up.
I don't know because it doesn't really work for us.
Yeah,
so
we've
I'm
got
never
like
in it.
17 cents on it in like 5 years. So
Not really.
Right. But there is one out there for that. But, you know, those type of things, when you do have to go out, you know, using all those to maximize your savings. And if you can stop yourself from carrying a balance and paying your credit card off every month, then the credit card rewards can help, you know, bring in more savings as well, from 6% at grocery to 5% at Amazon or Walmart online. You know, those type of things can always add up and, you know, make you maximize your savings even more.
I'm going to add another level to this. So Aaron's gotten really good whenever I go through the ads and I find something on sale, he's going to stack my sale with cash back. This is how we've been cashing back on Ibotta.
Mm-hmm.
These are not sponsored at all.
No.
Not at all. We're not at that point yet. But I will say this is how we've actually been able to cash out on some of these platforms.
And that one is one we rarely cash back on anymore, but there's started to be some name brand sales, which, you know, Ibotta's all about the name brand stuff.
All of it.
That we've been able to, you know,
stack.
Get back, you know, $4 or $5 on some items.
Like we got our cereal down to $1 a box.
Mm-hmm.
We've gotten pizzas, name brand pizzas, down to $1.50 because we caught them on sale. We had a coupon and we used Ibotta, so we got like $1.50 back on all of them. So stacking those savings are really going to help, and you're going to see it. Now you're getting it in a different format, Amazon gift card, but who doesn't shop on Amazon anymore?
I mean, some of them do offer different ones. Ibotta is one of the best about offering different varieties of cashback options out, but then there's a few like you don't have many choices on what you can get there. But you know, it's hey, if you can get $5 cash back on anything, it's great.
It is. It really is. It helps, especially if you're getting it on sale to begin with. That's the big thing. I would say cut your energy usage. And Aaron and I look at this differently. For me, it's all about monitoring how much you're using. Once we started actually being able to see those numbers, it was game changing for us.
It helps. But at the same time, you got to start somewhere. So,
You do.
so lowering your thermostat in the winter, increasing or turning it off in the summer like we do, you know, those are two options that can reduce it, you know, a good amount because, you know, with all the rising cost of electric bills recently, like ours is going up like 16% here next month, you know, you've got to try to do something to keep those bills lower. Yeah.
Aaron's felt it this winter. He didn't feel it this summer, but he felt it this winter. He had a really hard time adjusting to the winter time this year. But you have.
Yes, I have. So we keep it on 65 in the winter is what we keep it at.
Absolutely. Subscriptions and memberships.
You don't need every subscription and membership you have. Like for us, for example, in the past, we had some that, you know, we had 2 streaming services or 3 maybe even, for example. We didn't have time to watch all those.
We didn't.
We were either watching one like a whole month, like binge watching a series and forgetting the other 2. We were wasting money.
Yep.
I mean,
we did it for a really long time.
We did. And you know, we got to the point where when we do have one, we get it on a sale, we get it on a deal, we watch it during that time, and then we actively set up reminders to cancel it afterwards.
As soon as we get it. This isn't I'll remember in 6 months to set a reminder to stop this. No, the minute we sign up for one of these,
we set one up.
That reminder is set for a month out. Don't do it.
Month or year, depending on what it is.
Depending on what it is. 1 month by the time it needs to be canceled. Don't set it out like a week before it needs to be canceled or the day it needs to be canceled. You want enough time so you can go through and see the policy, because we got bit by that.
One of them, it renewed on us, and I thought I'd done everything to stop it, and I hadn't. So, yeah.
So we ended up paying for it for another year.
Right. Yes.
And we didn't mean to.
Right. You know, but we're not just talking about TV, you know, look at your other memberships, you know, like a gym membership. Maybe it's once a year, once a month thing. Are you using it anymore? Do you remember you have a gym membership? You know,
they have so many memberships now. You have box memberships where box get delivered to your house, book memberships. I can't even. Like they're always talking about a subscription.
A subscription box, a subscription something, yes.
Everything's a subscription. You're subscribing to get something. And do you really need a new set of makeup every single month? If you do, and that's something that brings you joy, okay, work that into the budget. Maybe drop something else.
Yep.
Just an idea. Throwing it out there. Focus on buying food staples. This is one of my big things. One of the things I've really been pushing toward. But when I'm talking about food staples, I'm talking about food. I prefer shelf stable in its purest form, dried beans. Now, I have canned beans as well, and you should have a good mix of both. But if you focus on building your stockpile around these ingredients that are going to normally be cheaper, but also you can use in so many different ways, you're going to have a very good pantry, and you're going to be able to create so many different types of meals in so many different varieties and ways. Look at white rice, flour, all of these things instead of buying your processed pre-boxed, pre-done foods. We've done those.
Yep.
We've had them before. I probably will get a couple of them again if they're on a good price. But I'm going to try to avoid them absolutely as much as possible. I can't say I'm never going to buy processed foods again.
But we're trying to cut back.
We're really trying to cut back. And we've really done a good job, and I've cut back quite a bit. But focus on those. You can use them in more ways. They're going to be cheaper for you for the cost of what you're getting. And they're so much more versatile. Flour, you can make cake, you can make bread, you can make flatbreads, you can make anything you want with flour. So focus on building your pantry with those items. The thermostat was the next one. Digital coupons.
Digital coupons. So these are sort of forgotten anymore that you really need to look at. So a lot of the grocery stores, since print coupons went away, they have digital coupons on their website.
And they
now.
have them for their brand of stuff too.
Yes. So it's always a good idea before a grocery trip to check and go through. And we have noticed that Walmart on their app is having some now that's sending back some sort of cash back through a Walmart thing as well. So, don't check everybody,
Just see, you can type it in. I know, like our local grocery store, if you type in the product that you're going to get, you can clip that coupon and it'll automatically attach it to your cart. Now, we have another grocery store that they have a monthly reward savings.
Rewards program, like buy so much in meat this month or so much in dairy, and you get $2-3 back. And this has been
we've
done really good through
we
that.
only use this store for sales.
Yep.
We never buy anything that's not on sale, and most of the time it's frozen and meat. And we've racked up. I mean, we usually end up with $2 to $3 every single month, and that's just buying $10 at most.
Yeah, what we're gonna buy anyway.
So we're not buying anything out of the ordinary. Aaron just has to remember to go in and set it up.
Yeah, and coupons.com, the app got bought out, but the coupons.com, the website's still available for the time being, so you can print off some paper coupons still from there if you're interested.
If you want. Paper like I know the paper coupons we get now, they're not much of anything.
No.
We don't use them for anything. We go through them. Combine your trips.
Yeah, if you're going into work one day, stop in the grocery store on the way home. Don't make a trip back out that evening, and waste gas or anything.
We just did this
that.
a couple weeks ago. I was out. I stopped on the way home to get the groceries, and that worked out really well for us. And if you hear a beeping,
that's the home alarm setting.
So just ignore that. Shop and check your insurance. Do you have enough coverage?
Yeah.
Do you have too much? And this is for your home, your cars, everything.
And shop around. You might be paying way more than you think you are. That might be, somebody else on the other side of the street in town that's, half the cost, for example.
I know when we combined insurance, our insurance dropped drastically.
Right.
We were paying huge amounts of money for insurance until we got together. And we combined that. It was a crazy cost savings. It was immediate. This next one, know your per ounce prices. Know how much you're paying. Be able to do that math. And if you can learn to do that math on the fly and being able to actually see. And this is also, knowing what you're looking at the grocery store. Pasta is the big thing right now.
So shrinkflation too.
Is real. 12-ounce pastas, you'll see. This is 12 ounces and it's 89 cents. It's on sale. And then you'll see 16 ounces on the exact same sale. I don't care if you like the 12-ounce pasta. Get 16-ounce pasta.
Right.
It tastes the same. There's no difference between them.
Yeah.
Absolutely no difference.
Just different shape.
They're just a different shape. Now, we tend to focus on the shaped pasta because the little one, it's easier for her to eat the spaghetti. Because she's little, she eats with her hands. That's what they do. But look at those ounces and when I send Aaron to the grocery store for this, it's like the #1 rule. Look at the ounces.
Do not buy a 12-ounce box.
Do not. Because they're going to have like 20 different types on sale. So he knows what to look for. I've got him trained. So you know the deal that you're getting. You want to make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck. Look at this when you're buying anything. Not just pasta. When you're buying canned goods, lunch meat, anything. Just check those numbers. Use your calculator if you need it. Learn to do your own basic house upkeep.
Basic.
Change your own filters.
Yeah, if you've never seen that episode, they were talking about millennials are paying people to change their heat pump filters in their house, and we were like, what? Yeah, no.
Aaron offered
Yeah, I do have that service available if anyone in
that
the
side
areas
hustle.
around, I will come change it for $20 a piece.
So do your basic upkeep. You need to know how to take care of your home where you're living, if that's part of your responsibility. That's just part of having a home.
Yeah.
Know the prices in your area. This is not just groceries.
No,
This is everything.
Yeah. Sort of like stuff that you buy, regularly, make sure you know what you're paying for it. Is there a cheaper place, an hour away? Is it better for waiting that next month when you're going that way, for example?
This is also the new versus used. For us, if we're looking at something, we will look at new, we will look at used. A lot of times, our used prices are the same price as the new price.
Right. I got to pay.
I'm not paying $50 used for something I can get for $49.99 new.
Right. Right.
And that's literally what it'll be
Yep.
when we look these things up. So it's just something to actually know your area. Don't assume because you're getting it used, you're getting a better deal. You actually need to know what you're looking at. Look at the new price, look at the used price, look at the reviews, look at what you're getting. Make sure it's something that's worth you spending the money on.
Yeah.
So just kind of look at that. Even wood. I've been looking at lumber online.
You've been looking at lumber?
I have looked at a lot of lumber online every time I saw it because I'm looking for a good deal on lumber. It is not a good deal. Not at all. Oh, it's terrible. It's one of those things that kind of makes my breath catch in my throat. Like, this is on our local marketplace and they're wanting more than the big box retailers. It's crazy. But just know your prices. Reevaluate your wants and needs. This is huge for Aaron.
This is, do you really need something? Is it really a want? Is it a need? Is it a need for your family? Or is it just something you want for the family? Hey, new video game came out. Hey, or is that what you really need? Probably not, because you could be using that, maybe investing, paying off debt, anything
Paying
like
off
that.
debt is an investment in yourself.
It is.
It is. It's an investment in yourself. It's one of the biggest investments in yourself you can make. For purchases that you do need to make, set a time rule. So some people do 24 hours, some people do 48. We actually do a couple of weeks and we'll set things in the cart and we decide it's time to make a purchase. We'll actually decide if we need them or not then.
Right. Right.
A lot of times we get rid of it.
Right. We do, thinking, oh, we need it right then, and then a week or two later, well, no, we didn't really need it.
We didn't really need it. We didn't really need it. So very rarely do we purchase things like
We might add it to a wish list in the future that's like massive, but we don't buy from it.
Nope. It's more of an idea thing for us. That's how we use our household wish list. Like, oh, well, this is a good idea. Let's put this on this list so we have it and then we look at them every once in a while. The next one is the budget.
Yeah, this is the basis of everything. Like,
you got to start here.
You do, because if you don't know what you've got coming in and going out on a monthly basis, then how are you ever going to figure out how to save money?
It's so basic. And everyone's like, it's what everybody says to start a budget. There's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason you have to have a budget. And you're like, well, I know what bills have to be paid. Well, that's the starting point of your budget.
Yep.
What's left over if you're hoping to try to pay off debt, to reach big goals, whatever that goal may be? You need to know how to allocate those funds. And you want to make sure you're not, depriving yourself. You're not losing some fun time. You're not having some enjoyment. And all you're doing is just paying for your basic necessities. If you're at a point where, that's what you're focused on.
Yeah.
So having a budget kind of helps give you the guardrails, like the bed rails to keep you from falling off the bed. keeps you on the right road.
Yep.
So budget's so important, and I know everybody's tired of hearing it, but we can't stress
we can't.
enough.
We
how
can't
important
stress
this is.
that because it's the basis of everything. Knowing your bills, how much you make, etc.
And you can't just put it down on paper once and say, okay, I have a budget. You actually have to work it. You have to add your numbers in. You have to look at it. You have to talk about it. If you have a partner, constantly, you have to be on the same page.
Yep.
It's not a one person does it, it's done once and you do it and forget it. That's not a budget. That's
No.
numbers on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
A budget is a working document you are looking at all the time.
Yep.
You are working through it. You know what you're doing. And you are working this document all the time to get to your goals. And that's where you're going to start to see where you could save.
Yeah, totally agree. So we are going to be changing around the podcast some. If you check into our podcast, it will start coming out on probably Thursday night now going forward.
That's Reliance.
Yeah, Reliance with the Canny Couple, if you've checked that one out. And in the future, Julia's podcast, Farm Wife Sexy Life, might start being on video as well. We're still working out if that's going to happen, next week or 6 months from now, So, but just FYI, when that does, it will be on Mondays.
Yep.
So if you're interested in any of those are also on, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anything like that. But, if you got any comments, questions, anything you want to hear in a future episode, you can leave that down below or send it over to thecannycouple@yahoo.com. Make sure to go over and check out our link tree, which has links to all of our other content. And make sure to go over and, check us out on TikTok and subscribe to us there. We really appreciate it.
And as always, thank you for joining us with the Canny Couple, where we work hard, live simple, and enjoy life. Have a wonderful day.